A meeting of generations and of nations. A dozen Second World War veterans from Canada applauded as they took their seats of honor at a Canadian war cemetery in Normandy, surrounded by headstones etched with the maple leaf. Soldiers who didn't make it home from a war that reached its turning point on D-Day 80 years ago. 99-year-old George Couture was there.
Well, I come ashore right over here.
The cemetery is just over 5 kilometers inland from Juno Beach, where the Canadians landed on that fateful day.
I was only 17 years old, actually.
He was captured and taken prisoner by Nazi troops just days later. 99-year-old retired Captain William Wilson was also a part of D-Day, a seaman gunner on a ship supporting landing troops.
The surface of the ocean was covered with ships and boats and landing craft.
He knows he was lucky.
I wasn't there at the beach. Thank God.
Wilson believes that despite ceremonies like this one, few people understand the cost of war.
6 years it took us. 6 years. All those people died, and nobody knows about it. Well, that hurts.
But glimpsed amongst the headstones, more than one Canadian school group.
It kind of hits a lot more than like the war memorials in Ottawa.
It's overwhelming to see it instead of just pictures.
There are also children of the French communities welcoming the veterans and their families back to Normandy each year, coaxed by parents into careful approaches. And in the fields surrounding the cemetery, wild poppies still grow.
So Margaret, we're looking at multiple ceremonies tomorrow with leaders from around the world, but already I suppose there's one overarching message.
That's right, Adrienne, and that is that it is not the time to take democratic freedoms for granted. As we all know, there is another war on the European continent. One notable absence from the ceremonies tomorrow will be the Russian President, Vladimir Putin. Even though Russia was a key ally on the Eastern Front during the Second World War, his invasion of Ukraine has rendered his presence here, rendered him here persona non grata, and that will be the overriding message. We expect to hear from the United States President Joe Biden the message that democracy is under threat not only in Europe, but in the United States as well.
All right, Margaret Evans, just down the beach in Saint-Aubin-sur-Mer.